Hey, what's up guys? Custom PC by Josh here. Today we're going to be building in this X-Harmony brand case that I got off of Amazon for $35. $35 doesn't get you that much, but it includes two drive bays, two 2.5-inch drive bays for SSDs, 2.5-inch hard drives, and a DVD or like a big 5.5-inch drive bay. The processor and motherboard and graphics card we're going to be using. This is an i5 3570K and an Asus Formula 5 or a Maxis 5 Formula. Sorry. It's got 8 gigs of HyperX DDR3 RAM, and we're going to be using an RX480 4GB. I got all this. I got not the best deal, but I got the motherboard CPU for $140. Came with RAM too. Graphics card for $70, which is actually a great deal. Power supply, got it new for around $44. And the cooler, brand new, $35. And we're gonna be putting it in this case. Alright guys, so here's the back of the case. We put a 120 gig SSD in there, bought it for around $25, and a 250 gig 2.5-inch laptop hard drive in there. That value's around $5. The reason why I like using 2.5-inch drives in desktops nowadays is because you can daisy chain the SATA cables or the SATA power cables very easily, and it's better for cable management if you're not using an M.2 drive. If you're going for ultimate cable management, obviously you'd use the M.2 drive, but in this case you can't, since you're on a budget. It can't be done, but it's really easy to route these SATA data cables and SATA power cables when they're coming all from the same spot. So yeah, the one thing that I did not like about this case is that all the screws came in one pack, so keep that in mind if you are buying this case off Amazon or Newegg or anything. So here's the motherboard, CPU cooler, and RAM in the motherboard tray, and all screwed down. Took some trial and error finding the screws. The standoffs aren't very they don't have the quality there that you would get from a more like a better brand case like Corsair or anything. And they also have removable, non-reusable PCIe expansion slots, so when you take them out you can't put them back in. They do include one removable and reusable bracket, but it's only one, so if you're only using a one slot and you have to take it out, that's the only thing it's good for. Alright guys, so we have everything installed in the motherboard now. I do not have an IO shield for the motherboard, sadly, but let's move on. So we got the RX480 installed. Requires a 6-pin PCIe connector, and we got cooler installed. The one thing that I did not like about this case, another con, not a big deal though, is that there's not enough cutouts at the bottom basement to route cables. It kind of looks like there's just a jungle on the bottom of the case. Obviously I did the best I could with zip ties, but still could be better if there was at least one or two more cutouts at the bottom. Another thing, I really like this Be Quiet cooler. It uses the push pins just like the stock Intel cooler, which is very convenient, and it uses the space very well. It's a very small but a really well put together cooler. It's a really quiet performer. Alright guys, so this is the back of the case. Very well put together. I'd say there's just one con: there's not enough cable tie down points for zip ties and twist ties. There is a lot of basement room though, so you can shove cables in there, but it doesn't really help when you have cables running all over. And now you can see what I'm talking about when I'm daisy chaining the SATA cables. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like for more.